Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Allison dropping in to share with you another Design With Me December daily design process and scrapbook process as well. If you're not interested in sticking around for the design process, you can skip ahead to 8 minutes and 26 seconds, and that's where the scrapbook process starts. Today I am designing 2 pages. I'll be working on days 16 and 17, I do believe. And then I will be scrapbooking. When I get to the scrapbook process, I'll be working on day 12. So for day 16, I really wanted to create something that had fa la la on it. And then I also wanted to add a llama because I have discovered that I am obsessed with Christmas llamas. I happened to see one in a Canadian Tire flyer just the other day. It was on sale. Blow up Christmas llama decoration, and I really wanted it. Our store doesn't have it, so I couldn't get it. But when I saw it, I realized that yes, I'm obsessed with llamas. So I had to sneak a llama into this page. I found one. I actually found 2. And it's possible when you're creating in Design Space to mix and match elements from certain images to create a completely new image. So I really liked the llama that I am working on right now. I'm just changing the colors so that it works with my color scheme and my design. And I really liked the presents that were part of the second llama that I had left up on the page. So I erased that llama and just kept the presents and then added it to the llama that I wanted to use on my tag. So I was starting off first of all with the fa la la tag. I didn't like it with the llama on it, so I ended up going back into my Cricut image library and found a tag that was very similar to the first one. It just didn't have any writing on it. So I used that one, layered everything over top of it, and then realized it felt kind of plain in the background. So I found these super cute snowflakes that I'm just rearranging onto the background of the tag right now. I am going to use the group function and then the attach function again to make this all one image. So when I go to cut the tag out, the snowflakes are going to cut out of the tag, creating your own pattern paper. I might not use these snowflakes. It's just going to depend how finicky they are and how well they cut. I might just stamp or maybe heat emboss snowflakes in the background instead when I get to actually creating this tag or this page. Now I'm working on the back side of the tag. So the front side is going to be sort of like the title page. The back side of the tag is going to be where I'm gonna add the picture, my title spot, which is my circle snowflake and the number. And then I'm also going to include journaling on the back of it as well. At this point, I decided the llama needed a little something else. So I went back to my Cricut image library and found a bunch of bows, chose the one that I liked the best, and then I decided to duplicate the bow, the llama, and the presents because I thought it'd be fun to replicate those images on the back side of the tag just to make it one cohesive unit. So I made them smaller than the one that's on the front of the tag, and then I'm going to layer them on my title spot. So day 16 is going to go on top of all of it. This, I don't know if I add like a little strip to my number title. I can't remember. I may just opt out of doing that when I create this page, or I might keep it, I'm not sure. I was still kind of playing around with the journaling strips at this point and thought about putting them on the front of the tag, and then actually opted for making them smaller and putting them on the back side where the photo is. So now I'm working on day 17, and I've had this idea in my head for a couple of days, and I was so excited to execute it. I wanted to create an envelope. So I found envelopes in my image library, and I chose one that I thought would work the best. I'm not 100% sure I'm actually going to cut this particular envelope. I have seen a tutorial recently for making your own envelopes, and I really like the idea of using that instead. But we'll see what happens on the day that I actually create these pages. I might just use this particular one, or I might go ahead and do the one that I've had in my mind for the last little bit. I just used the image of the envelope to show that this page is going to be an envelope when it is created. So I go back to my image library and I'm looking up Santa mail. I knew I had seen an image at some point in my travels that had something to do with Santa mail. And I decided that I was going to create one long strip of paper, almost like a page out of a traveler's notebook, just about the same size. I think what I'm creating here is a little bit bigger. It's 4 inches wide by 8 high or tall. That's where my title, an actual title, and my journaling is going to go. And then the 2 smaller squares you see, or rectangles you see over top of the envelope, are going to be my pictures. I do have multiple pictures for this page. So that's why there's 2 pictures there. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to stuff in my journaling as well, sort of like it's a letter to Santa. So what I'm doing with my little journaling strips right here is I'm grouping them together and then replicating it or duplicating it. You can ungroup your duplicated image and then delete some of the parts of it that you don't want, group it again and make it one big piece, just to make it easier on you instead of having to make all these hundreds of little strips to go on something. It's just kind of a cheat and makes it a lot easier and quicker to do. So here, once again, I have my day title spot. So this is day 17. I add a snowflake behind my circle snowflake, and I'm just going to rearrange everything as if the envelope was all folded and put together, and the pictures and the journaling is going to go inside the envelope. The title spot is going to go sort of on the bottom portion of the envelope. It's going to be open when I have it in my album, so you can see the things poking out of it and you can pull it out if you want to have a look at it. So then I was inspired to add some reindeer because Santa and reindeer are synonymous and they go together. And I found a few in my library, chose the ones that I thought would work, deleted the ones after I auditioned them and didn't like them so much, and settled on that cute little, almost cartoon style reindeer. As you can see, now we are starting the actual scrapbook process. I had 2 close-up pictures of the completed page, and now I'm just going to go through showing you how I put it together. So the title, which is Frosty Xmas, cut in 2 portions, so it has sort of a shadow behind it. I cut that from red, and then obviously the top part of the title is white. The snow globe image also had really intricate parts that we're supposed to cut with my Cricut to signify like depth, I guess. They're little rings. You saw me drawing them in with the pencil instead and then going over it with the journaling pen. They were so tiny, I actually skipped cutting them all together and decided that I would just draw it in myself. So once I had that done, I adhered the title. I'm just working on gluing the bow now to the snow globe. In the knot of the bow in the center, I'm going to add a black snowflake, which I just glued to the bow right now. And I'm going to add a little star with a foam square just to give it some dimension. I also add a couple other little stars with foam squares to the front side of this page. This is day 12, and I chose the Frosty Xmas cut file because this will be a picture or about a day that was very frosty, and when we get the hoar frost, how gorgeous the trees look. And I mean, it's cold and I don't enjoy it by any means, but it does look really pretty when it's all frosty around us. So that's what I took a picture of. I took a picture of. It's going to go on the back side of this page along with my circle. I'm just working on my circle snowflake right now, gluing it all together. I just adhered it to some extra gray cardstock I had in my stash, and I'll fussy cut that out. And then off camera, I played around with the placement and actually had everything adhered, and I didn't like it. So I took everything off. The paper did kind of tear a little bit in one spot. You're going to see it here in just a moment when I move another photo that I have already printed, acting as sort of my guide. You'll see it when I move that picture. I actually decide to go into my stash and pull out some white cardstock, trim it down to 3 by 4 inches because that's the size the picture is going to be. And then I'll glue it over top of the spot where I made that little mistake. It's also going to tack just underneath the stars that I have to the right hand side of the circle. There's the white cardstock. And then once I have that adhered, I'm going to add my journaling. I just use a pencil and straight edge ruler to mark those lines in, and then I write my journaling in with a black pen and then make the lines with a black pen as well after the journaling is done. Once that is all done, I flip the page back over and add some stickles to the stars on the front side of the page. I do plan on adding the stickles to the back side, but I'm waiting for the first side to dry because it's drying right now. Once that's done, I'll go back and add the stickles. I use diamond stickles, by the way, to those stars. Well, my friends, this brings me to the end of day 12 in my December daily album. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying the design process as well as my creative process as well, putting together these pages. I'm really enjoying the process, and I hope that translates well through my videos. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell as well so you don't miss anything from me. And if you enjoyed this video in particular, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like, and leave a comment and let me know what you think about the series that I'm doing this month. I do hope to make this a regular thing. So let me know what you think, if you'd like to see it again, and if I should continue on with it next year. I do have close-ups coming up, so make sure you stick around for that. Otherwise, I will be back again tomorrow with another design process and scrapbook process as well. Thank you guys. I hope you take care, and I hope you're doing well, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.